In ancient Indian wisdom, much emphasis has been placed on the concepts of energy, life, and the hidden forces that govern human existence. Throughout the centuries, the practice of yoga and the teachings around the power of the human mind and body have been revered for their ability to unlock dimensions of life that go beyond the physical realm. Many cultures, particularly Hindu, have preserved and passed down these teachings in a systematic and scientific way, rooted in the profound understanding of life energy, also known as prana. Hindu traditions speak of how everything physical about a human being is something that has been gathered from outside, be it food, water, or air. Therefore, the body, composed of elements from the planet, cannot define the true self. The quest for understanding the self beyond the physical is a central theme in many of the spiritual practices in the East. According to some, the true essence of life lies beyond the material, in dimensions that are not immediately accessible to the physical senses. Among the various practices developed over millennia, the process of consecration stands out. Consecration refers to the act of imbuing a space, object, or person with a concentrated form of life energy. In Hindu culture, consecration has been used extensively, especially in the creation of temples and sacred spaces. These spaces are not just buildings, they are meant to be vibrant, living entities that radiate energy, fostering an environment conducive to human well-being and spiritual growth. In many ways, these consecrated spaces become repositories of life energy, where one can feel a heightened sense of connection to the universe. Indian temples were consecrated using solidified mercury in ancient times. Mercury, associated with both Mercury, is believed to retain and transmit life energies in Hinduism. Some consecration processes use rasa, solidified mercury. Untrained observers may find this consecration technology miraculous, but it is a centuries-old science that boosts space energy. It is believed that a vibrant place affects all life within its range. When discussing the science of consecration, some people stress the importance of energy beyond the physical. Consecrated spaces are designed to create a conducive atmosphere for human beings to live in harmony with their surroundings and with themselves. The vibrancy of such a space is often palpable to those who are sensitive to energy, and spending time in consecrated environments is believed to help people align with their inner potential. In fact, Hindu cultures have long held that every home should be a consecrated space, fostering peace, well-being, and spiritual growth. Some people also believe that the most effective subject of consecration is not a physical object, but the human being itself. Humans, being the most complex and evolved creatures on the planet, have the capacity to be the best carriers of life energy. However, humans are also prone to fluctuations and distractions, making the process of maintaining a consecrated state more challenging. Still, in ancient Hindu practices, the aim was always to help individuals sustain a heightened level of awareness and consciousness, much like a consecrated space. This understanding of life energy goes beyond the material world, pointing to a deeper dimension of existence. Hindu traditions propose that life itself cannot be fully understood through physical means alone. Western science, for instance, primarily measures and studies physical phenomena, and thus has limitations when it comes to comprehending the nature of life energy. Life energy, according to Hindu teachings, is something that can only be experienced through direct awareness, not through external instruments. Many Hindu texts explain that everything physical is transient and borrowed from the planet. This insight leads to the realization that what we call self or life is something far more subtle and profound than the body or the mind. The body is simply a collection of elements that come and go, but the life force that animates it is eternal. It is this life force that is the focus of consecration, spiritual practice, and the path of yoga. Yoga also emphasizes that aligning with the universe's life energy can unlock extraordinary abilities. The Yoga Sutras call these abilities siddhis, which are natural results of deep spiritual practice. Siddhis can make one as light as air, perceive the microscopic world, manifest desires instantly, or transcend time and space. Hindus warn against becoming attached to these abilities because they distract from spiritual liberation. At the core of many of these practices is the mastery of the breath. In yoga, the breath is regarded as the link between the physical body and the life energy that sustains it. Breath control, or pranayama, is one of the most fundamental practices in the yogic tradition. By mastering the breath, one can influence the mind, body, and energy systems in profound ways. In fact, some ancient Hindu texts describe the breath as the karma nadi, likening it to a tortoise that bridges two worlds, the physical and the spiritual. The breath allows us to navigate the material realm while simultaneously connecting to the higher dimensions of existence. The practice of controlling and balancing the breath is essential for aligning one's energy with the larger forces of nature. In yogic terms, the body is said to contain 72,000 nadis, or energy channels through which prana, or life force, flows. These nadis must be clear and balanced for the body and mind to function optimally. When the nadis are blocked, one may experience physical, emotional, or psychological disturbances. Practices like alternate nostril breathing, or nadi shodhana, are designed to balance the flow of prana through the nadis, leading to a state of inner harmony. Nadi shodhana, in particular, balances the two primary nadis, the Ida and Pingala, which correspond to the left and right sides of the body and represent the lunar and solar energies. When these two nadis are balanced, the central channel, or Sushumna Nadi, is activated, allowing the Kundalini energy to rise through the spine and awaken the higher centers of consciousness. This awakening is often described as a spiritual rebirth, where one experiences the full potential of life. This potential can be accessed through practices that focus on both the physical and energetic dimensions of life. Breath control, proper posture, and mindfulness are all crucial elements in harnessing the life energy that sustains and empowers human existence. In many Hindu traditions, the goal is to cultivate awareness of the breath and energy at all times, transforming everyday activities into opportunities for spiritual growth. Some people have emphasized that learning to be conscious during sleep, for example, can bring about a profound transformation in one's life. It is said that if one can remain aware until the very moment of falling asleep, they will wake up refreshed and rejuvenated, as if born anew. This practice requires a heightened level of mindfulness and awareness, but is believed to bring about deep spiritual and psychological benefits. Similarly, spending time in consecrated spaces, where the energy is vibrant and alive, can have a lasting impact on one's physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. For children in particular, the benefits of growing up in such an environment are profound. It is believed that children who spend time in consecrated spaces are less likely to experience the common problems associated with adolescence, such as emotional turmoil or confusion. Instead, they are more likely to grow up with a sense of inner peace, clarity, and purpose. In Hindu culture, it is not uncommon for entire towns to be consecrated, with the aim of creating an environment where everyone can thrive. The kings and rulers of ancient India often took responsibility for consecrating the land, ensuring that every aspect of life, from homes to temples, was infused with vibrant energy. This focus on creating consecrated spaces was part of a larger understanding that life is not just about survival, but about flourishing and reaching one's highest potential. The understanding that human beings are deeply influenced by the spaces they inhabit is something that has been recognized in many ancient cultures, particularly in Hindu traditions. When people live in spaces that are energetically alive, they are more likely to feel a sense of well-being, peace, and fulfillment. Conversely, when people live in spaces that are energetically dull or negative, they may experience stress, anxiety, and a lack of vitality. Creating and maintaining consecrated spaces is, therefore, an essential part of life for many people who follow Hindu traditions. It is not just about physical cleanliness or aesthetic beauty, but about cultivating an atmosphere where life can thrive. In consecrated spaces, the energy is said to be so intense that simply spending time there can bring about deep healing and transformation. In conclusion, the practices of consecration, breath control, and mindfulness are deeply intertwined with the understanding of life energy in Hindu traditions. These practices offer a way to align with the deeper dimensions of existence, allowing individuals to live in harmony with themselves and the world around them. Whether through consecrated spaces or personal spiritual practice, the goal is always to enhance life, to awaken the full potential of the human being, and to experience the profound interconnectedness of all life.